Washington Navy Yard, Garland, Texas, Fort Hood, Charleston, Boston, San Bernardino, Orlando, Parkland. Do you know what all of these mass tragedy incidents involved? FBI dropped the ball. A failure of law enforcement is not a failure of the law. It is a failure of enforcement. You know, I was sitting on that stage with the Broward County Sheriff, and the toughest question I was asking this man, how did you fail 39 times? They had a law enforcement go to this murderer's house 39 times. He was caught taking bullets and knives in a backpack to his school. He had threatened repeatedly to shoot up his school. He was out there in plain sight using his name on social media accounts, sending messages to students that violated a Florida state statute that meant that that sheriff could have gone to his house that night and it had him involuntarily committed. Why didn't he? Why didn't you, Sheriff? The organization that I represent, 5 million plus members, average everyday Americans. They're people like me who simply don't want to be assaulted in the parking lot if I go to the grocery store and get a gallon of milk at night. They are people like us, and we will not be gaslighted into thinking that we are responsible for a tragedy that we had nothing to do with. It is not our job to follow up on red flags. It is not our job to make sure that states are reporting to the background check system. Don't you all think that our kids deserve the same protection as our athletes, as our banks, as our businesses? But yet we leave them the most unprotected. My condemnation is for those at the FBI. I know there's some good agents there, but for those at the FBI who dropped the ball 8 separate times with catastrophic consequences. You know, James Comey, when he wasn't busy taking directions from Loretta Lynch as to what to call Hillary Clinton's investigation or writing his self-aggrandizing memoirs, you know, he said they made a mistake. Maybe if you politicized your agency less and did your job more, we wouldn't have these problems.